Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today was a big Apple event. Apple unveiled the new range of their Mac computers along with the new processor, their M1 series of processor. Now, Apple already had their own silicon in the iPads and iPhones since over a decade, but this time they have brought in that express power to the new range of Mac processor, and I'm super excited about that. The first device that they showed us was the new MacBook Air, and their punchline was correctly, the power, it's all in the air. Correctly, now Apple's thinnest and lightest notebook comes with the new M1 processor chip. Now this chip is 3.5 times faster CPU and 5 times faster GPU. Also, the neural engine has been boosted 9 times, so we get much better machine learning experience overall through this chip in the new MacBook Air. Also comes a really long battery life with this model, and there's no fan, so it's absolutely silent. Let's go through this one by one and see what's come new into this new MacBook Air system. So as I said, it's a new M1 chip. It's a small chip, giant leap in the Apple's entire ecosystem of the new silicon that Apple is going to bring into their other MacBook models also in the next year. Now this is an 8-core CPU and an 8-core GPU, so the power is totally raw. It's 3.5 times faster CPU as Apple claims, and it's way faster than any other processor out in the market. That's super exciting. They say all the other laptop models, irrespective of Mac or non-Mac, like Windows or anything that was sold in the last year, this MacBook Air itself, which is the baseline model of Apple, it's gonna be way faster than all of others. They are saying it's 3.5 times faster than the previous generation MacBook Air, which was based on the Intel Silicon chips, and the GPU, which gives that thrusting power when you play in the high intensive games or you do video editing or photo editing processing. That is 5 times faster, so you'll get 5 times faster graphics. This is also an 8-core GPU, so it's amazing. When earlier we used to purchase the Mac systems, the first thing that came to our mind was, do we need an i5 processor or an i7 processor? And then recently it was i9 processor. It was too much, and then it's gonna be different pricing. It's gonna change the price altogether when you go to i5 to i7. Man, that was too much. But now the entire range which was introduced today morning, the MacBook Air, the MacBook Pro and the Mac Mini, everything comes with the same M1 chip, so you'll get that raw power of 8-core CPU and 8-core GPU irrespective of which device you pick. So that's truly amazing. Then on top of it, because it is so power efficient, the M1 chip, this MacBook Air is gonna last for 18 hours. It's you just charge it once, go outside, sit in a cafe anywhere, and I can complete my entire project. 18 hours, that's more than what I am actually awake for a single day. So it's gonna be truly amazing 18 hours of performance. Last MacBook Air used to give 12 hours. That's what Apple used to say. My MacBook Air 2013, which is really old, I'm still using it as my secondary system. It still gives me roughly around 6 to 7 hours of a day, which is fine. And this one it's leaps better, and this is all possible because of the new M1 chip, which is super power efficient. Another great feature that M1 chip has brought in is that this is so thermal efficient. It does not need a fan to cool down the processor at all. The processor is really cold. The MacBook is gonna be super cold. It's not gonna get hot when you do power intensive processes on your Mac. So Apple has removed the fan altogether from the MacBook Air. So that means you can sit on the couch, you can sit in the bed and definitely work on your MacBook Air. It's not gonna be hot at all, which is also a very amazing thing. Now also, because the neural engine is 16 core and it's 9 times faster, what that means is that the automatic processes, what the system does in the backend when you do auto touching of your photographs, or when you select the wand tool in your Photoshop, the selection parameters, everything that it calculates in the backend, or when you process an HDR image, the type of colors and everything that it generates, That's all done through machine learning. That's gonna be super fast and super crisp because of the new neural engine which has been brought by the M1 chip this time. Then on top of it, the new Mac OS Big Sur, which is gonna come out on Thursday, that attached with the M1 chip, that brings that opens lots of other possibilities in the Apple ecosystem. One of that being now your system is always on, like you same ways as an iPad, you turn the switch on, it just wakes up, you open the lid of MacBook Air and bam, it's all on. So that's because this system is so fast, M1 chip is so fast, it absolutely does not go to sleep. You just turn it on and bam, it's absolutely on and working. Now another awesome thing is that the Apple ecosystem has got amazing apps in the iPad OS and iOS system, but these apps never used to work on the Mac because Mac is not on the Apple Silicon and it was always on Intel, and Intel could not process those apps. Now because Mac has got M1 chip, which is Mac Silicon based, all the iOS and iPad OS apps can work on your new MacBook Air. So that is superbly amazing thing to do, because we have got so many apps on iOS and iPad OS which are amazing and are exclusively used by me, in fact, on my iPad, like Affinity Photo and lots of them. They can all work on the new MacBook Air and the MacBook Pro that's gonna come up. So that is amazing. These are the possibilities. This is so good, man. Like these possibilities have been opened by Apple by bringing their own silicon chip into the new Mac systems. We were actually waiting for this since a long time, and that's so amazing that they have brought it now. Also, because the M1 chip has got that entire integrated system so like closely, the CPU, GPU, the neural engine, the SSDs, the storage media is gonna be way faster. So the SSDs now are gonna run 2 times faster on this. It's the same thing as in iPads. The iPads SSDs, we know they are way faster than what we have in the Mac. Now we have got the same technology in the Mac systems, so the SSDs overall are gonna be 2 times faster. The speeds are gonna be 2 times faster. On the MacBook Air, they're gonna give us up to 2 terabyte of SSD, which is amazing, and twice the fast speed. And then the display on this MacBook is gonna be the Retina display. It's gonna bring in the lifelike colors. We already know what the Retina display looks like. That is amazing. 13.3 inches display, 2560 by 1600 color resolution. The P3 color gamut is gonna come on. What that means is it's gonna have 25% more colors and more color saturation than the RGB displays that we are used to. So that's like amazing. The color brilliance and everything comes out really good. They've also upgraded the cameras and the microphone array on this system. So the FaceTime camera is an HD camera now, and with the machine learning, the next generation machine learning that we have in the M1 chip, is gonna calculate the shadows and highlights in a way better way, and your picture clarity or through this camera on your FaceTime calls, on your video conferences, they're gonna be super amazing and crisp. We're gonna test that once the actual system comes to us, but till then, like, yeah, it's what Apple claims right now. Now another thing that is changing is the microphone array. The microphone array is the 3 microphone array now on the new MacBook Air. This is pretty much the same that we have on the 16 inches MacBook Pro, which came in 2019. I'm using that same microphone for some of my recordings, and in fact all of my FaceTime calls. It's awesome, and we're gonna have the same microphone array on the new MacBook Air system. The keyboard anyways is amazing. It's the same keyboard that Apple has brought in their latest systems. The scissor mechanism and the Force Touch trackpad is also like awesome. Apple is known for that. Also coming is the Touch ID on the new MacBook Air. So all your Apple purchases and everything, that would just work with the Touch ID. All your password management, everything would just work through that Touch ID. With regards to the connectivity, the new system is gonna be Wi-Fi 6 capable, which means 1.2 Gbps of throughput, and all the ports on the MacBook Air is gonna be Thunderbolt, USB 4, which means at the same port you can do the charging. You can connect your external displays up to 6K resolution, which is amazing. You can the data transfer rate from there is it can be up to 40 Gbps. So like overall it's a complete system. I would say it's a MacBook Air, an entry level segment laptop from Apple, but everything that they are giving through this M1 chip on that system is pretty much pro level. I don't see a reason why you would go for a pro system. Even for my work, like I do YouTube editing, I make videos and everything. Like everything that I do on my system, on my 16 inches MacBook Pro, which is Intel based i7 16GB RAM. If I have a 16GB RAM MacBook Air, the new generation with the M1 processor, I guess that's gonna be faster than this. Let's get hands-on when I get this. I've just ordered it today. As soon as I receive it, we'll do a comparison. We'll do a fair enough comparison with this 2019 16 inches MacBook Pro and the 13.3 inches MacBook Air with the M1 chip, and I will see you in that video and we'll see how it looks like. So that's all about the MacBook Air, the new MacBook Air that's coming up. Do let me know what you think about this. I am super excited. I'm gonna get it and then we're gonna test together and see if it's actually worth all that hype. So this is me signing off. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel. I make new videos about Mac and Apple products time to time. If you are into this, I love it, you'll love it. Do subscribe to my channel. I'll see you again in my next video. See ya.